So for your white American buttercream, you'll be needing 300 grams of Crisco vegetable shortening, and I have my 200 grams of butter. This is butter, not margarine, the president butter. So this is the ambassador butter I used from president. So this is 200 grams here I used. So, and I have my 2 tablespoons of full cream milk, which is optional. So it depends on the consistency of my icing. And I have 8 cups of confectioner sugar, icing sugar. So I'm going to begin by combining my shortening and butter in my bowl. So I have my electric mixer here. I'm going to start creaming my butter and vegetable shortening together. As I mix, I'll be scraping the sides so that scraping the sides and the bottom. So I'll be sure everything is properly mixing up together. Scrape the sides and bottom again. So you can see it has doubled in size, and you can see it has lost its color. So now I'm going to start adding in my icing sugar. To start adding in my icing sugar, 1 cup, 1 to 2 cups at a time. So you have to be careful because you don't want to create a mess. So I always like to use my spatula a little to hold it in, because when you start mixing now, the whole place will mess up with this icing. So at this stage, you don't want to be over mixing your icing, because so that you don't have air bubbles. So because this my bowl is small, I'm going to be transferring my mixture into this bigger size bowl. So if you don't have butter, you can use vegetable shortening for all the icing. It's still okay, though the taste will not be the same, but it's still okay. It's not a bad idea. Gives you a very white and stiff and stable icing. So I'm going to be adding in more of my icing sugar again. Now I'm going to be adding in my vanilla essence. And see, my icing sugar has become a little bit dry. That is not a problem. So at this stage now, this way I'm going to be adding in my milk, a tablespoon at a time, so that I'm just losing my. It's optional if you feel your icing is already at the consistency you want. I'm going to add another 1 tablespoon of milk, just using my butter icing. To scrape the sides. So at this stage, if you are not okay with the consistency, you can add more milk or water. For me, I'm okay with mine like this, so I'm just going to let it fill. So you can see the color, white. So that is how you make your white buttercream. Like I said, you can use the vegetable shortening for all. It even gives you a more white um, buttercream. So if you're using unsalted, like me now, I'm using unsalted butter. So if you're using unsalted, you can dilute like a half teaspoon of salt or a pinch of salt in your milk before adding it. So now you can color your icing as you want. So when you start coloring, you don't want to be over mixing when you color. You can even use your spatula to mix the color properly. So that will be all for you.